Hello, this is Alekius, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. We're back in the Naval Academy. We designed our own H class, and it didn't necessarily go well. I'm going to stick with the boost technology, but we're going to try something a little different. Go with a smaller battleship. I may even go with a smaller tower. I want to see how big that is. I want to see that is actually a smaller tower. Interesting. We'll throw that on there somewhere. That's an interesting platform. So this one has platforms, but no carve out. That one has carve out and platforms. Is it that much of a difference? Not for our accuracy. For our damage control, sure. For our spotting, a little bit. For our aiming speed, a little bit. We'll actually go with the minimum. That leaves us an almost carve out right there. I'm not sure how well that marries up over on this side. Long range accuracy, 45%. And then if we put the radar on, 100%. What happens if I go with the minimum forward tower? We still have the modifier, but we lose the long range accuracy. So where is that reflected? You know what? I'm just going to do it. We'll see how it works out. So I've not done this at all, where we go with a minimum tower. Cannot fit multiple funnels. So it's go big or go home. So Uber Funnel 3 fits. Barbette wise, we could throw in secondary barbettes if we want. But we're kind of limited on where we can put those, and apparently that's nowhere. Outstanding. And then about how big do we want it to be? If we go minimal, might be able to get 2. Definitely want it to be fast. I'm thinking 32 knots. That's going to be hard to do with cost. I know, minimum bulkheads. There are those of you who think I'm crazy for doing that. Go with oil for the engine efficiency. Forced because we have the single funnel. We can sacrifice the auxiliaries. I don't like to, but they're expensive. I don't think we're going to be able to get 2 battleships with the technology boost though. We haven't even added main guns or anything. Pause for a sip of tea. We'll keep the Krupp 1 armor. We'll go a little bit more all or nothing, I think. Not going to bother with the barbette. I think we will use the anti-flood and reinforced bulkheads. We're going to want super heavy. We want maximum range on these. We want increased ammo because we're going to be using plenty. So maximum range, we're probably going to want tube powder. Or not tube powder, white powder. Tube powder is for reload rate. Gives us a little muzzle velocity. I mean, we drop, what's the lowest muzzle velocity? -3, -4, -5, which is another reason to like tube powder. Because those shells drop straight down. But we lose range, so we lose long range accuracy. That's a trade-off. And it seems a straight trade-off between cordite and tube powder. Meanwhile, lyddite, we sacrifice penetration for extra damage. But there's no muzzle velocity issues. Alternatively, we can do the TNT. To get extra shell penetration. There's a lot of trade-offs. So a lot of reasons to go back and forth. Go with hydraulics. Would like the auto loaders. They don't cost that much. Don't care about torpedoes. We're not going to have them anyways. Long range accuracy. Oh, we already have the radar. Good. Now, main gun wise, we cannot fit 18-inch guns on this. That is way too big. Can we fit 16s? Can we fit 17s? Nope, it's a little bit too big, and the back end of the turret hits the superstructure. Do something a little bit like this. So it has a good forward arc, good back arc, and the Bravo turret's the only one that's not that great. We really should have 4 turrets, because we could be running as well as chasing. Oh, and they named it the Deutschland. Bring it up 2 clicks. We haven't added the secondaries yet, which I do want them heavy. Go for rate of fire. And we can fit 7s in there, but not 8s. By the looks of it. Those don't actually fit. Drop down to 6s. That looks a little bit better with the carve out, but the superstructure interferes with that carve out, which is fine. We don't need that heavy a secondary. I mean, it would be nice, yes, because I want to be able to tackle the destroyers that get too close. So I do want some reach out. So I might just stick some 5-inch in here as well. Like something about there. That doesn't have a very good arc, but these aren't exactly heavy. These don't interfere with those. That's good. These don't quite cross the bow. I might be able to sneak some. Well, no, that's going to interfere. Hurt those arcs, so we're not going to do that. And then we'll stick some 4s. Which I'm going to use triples. I'll move these 5s down to doubles. I think the other one's a slightly better arc. To click it over slightly. I don't think it's that great. Triple fours though, and then threes. We've got a couple spots. We use triples because they're threes. And useful only against destroyers, pretty much. I mean, they can start fires. I'm not going to worry about torpedoes at all. But I can see that we're not going to be able to come in under cost. So we could probably get away with geared turbines for the absolute minimum weight, since we're actually saving quite a bit on cost. Actually, the diesel 2s. Oh, no, wait, not cost. Is what I'm looking for. Might even be able to get away with the better auxiliaries, which I like the ability to have the water pumping and the less engine damage. And that'll bring our cost to weight ratio a little bit better. I might drop those, we'll see. I'm not going to worry about any of that over there. So, if we're using 16-inch with maximum penetration, good grief, that is a lot of penetration. So, at 25 kilometers, we're looking at 34, so we would need a 17-inch deck, which is a ridiculously heavy deck, evidenced here. And we can drop the deck extended, since that is particularly heavy on the all or nothing. Or actually, all the deck armor is more expensive. But we make the most of our armor strength. Ooh, that's particularly expensive. Let's try to get, let's say 12. So we have a 17-inch deck. To me is rather ridiculous, but we're probably going to be facing 18-inch guns. So I want to overdo our own protection. Closest I see us getting is maybe 10 kilometers. Or not 10, 15. And then 10 for the belt extended. That gives us probably 20 kilometer protection. Just barely. For the conning tower and the turret, though, I'm gonna overdo it. So we want a 20-inch turret top. We're gonna want, let's see, 20-inch, that'll get us down to 10 kilometers. So we do 20 on the conning tower. So we're overweight. So our cost differential was indeed quite a bit. If we keep the auxiliary engine, we can drop the shaft. Oh, never mind, that's more cost, not weight. Probably shave down the weight a little bit. Those are only 54 tons, so I'm going to keep them. Oh, yeah, and I forgot to bump up the secondaries. Not going to come down off forced because we have so little engine efficiency as is. Oh, geez, wow. I'm dense. We can, of course, increase the displacement. Can you... There we go. I can place it a little bit better. Hopefully not blocking this turret at all. Doesn't look like it did. Let's drop those and then we can... Alright, good aft arc. That's what I'm looking for. Blocked a little bit by their own... That's fine. I think that might have hurt the 6-inch arc a little bit. Right at the end of that deck fitting. Right at the end of that deck fitting. So that's fine. And we have a bit of a forward offset. So let's see about bringing the... Oh, now I have to realign the 5s again. Just delete them. Bring that back a little bit. We still have a good arc. Starting to restrict the arc there. And if we just move the rear turret back a little bit further, almost perfect balance. Which we may mess up when we add the 5s back. Let's go there and... Not that far. Let's sink it in a little bit. It's going to be blocked by the gun anyways. That frees up that arc a little bit and leaves that one in place and doesn't interfere with the rear turret. Does clip into the superstructure a little bit. It's going to bother me. We'll fix it. Like that a little bit better. And if we keep adding to the displacement, we finally maxed out. We'll drop the auxiliary a little bit. We'll drop it a little bit more. Drop it all the way. And then we go up to max size. Which is still a bit too much. What do we sacrifice? Some belt extended? Shave off a little bit of weight. Can we go down a click again? Where was that break point? 98,000 was that break point. So that gets us where we were. We're a little bit overweight. I don't really want to sacrifice much on the armor. I want the super heavies, I want the increased ammo, I want the auto loaders. We're outnumbered, so we need to throw out ammo. Oh, trade weight for quality. Of course. Because I don't have full quality. And that first step's actually pretty significant. Well, it's not that significant. 10% per. Might even be able to bring it back down. Yeah, we made out by doing that. That's a lot better. Yeah, parts are bad. I'll fix that. Chances are this will be worth it all the way down. There we go. Now we've saved enough. Now we're going back to the turbo electric, maybe? Not quite. Alright, let's realign everything. Bring that all the way forward. That has a good mounting, good mounting. Those seem to be well situated. Bring that forward just a little bit. There we go. I know, I'm futzing with this one almost more than the previous one. Now we can sacrifice a little weight to save. Is it worth it to switch to diesels to go to crop 4? I would like to make the most of our armor. And make this more effective by bringing up the quality. But we do have the excess weight. We don't really have the excess money. Because that's what we're trying to save. I don't want to come down below 32 knots. Bulkheads cost a lot. I mean, not a ton. They definitely cost more weight than funds. Bring it down slightly. Could also add a little bit more armor instead. Possibly bring the belt extended back up. Take it over right there. Just so we can finish the ship, and then we can tweak a few things, optimize it a little bit better. But that gets us in the ballpark of where I want to be. Everything's mirrored. We have plenty of guns. Alright. Let's see how she fights. Alright. So they start 27 kilometers away. No need to change course then. We will drop down to, let's say, 28 knots. We'll get that accuracy bonus. Bring us up to ×3. Environmentals are just as good as last time. Overall plus 10. Actually, let's make sure we're targeting preferably the battle cruiser. I guess I don't care which one it's targeting. Watch our first shells come in. Have we fired? We have. Should be arriving soon then. And they are maneuvering. I want to see this in real time. Plunk, plunk. Well, that was fairly terrible. Oh, I feel like that's cheating. You can see what guns they have on the shoot info. 18-inch guns. 18-inch guns. Hey, stern belt extended. Managed to get a penetration. Flooding even. See, it went under the Delta turret there. Why did the belt line? Right, we went with TNT. Alright, we got a penetration on one of their secondary guns. Hey, we bounced. Not sure whether that was a deck bounce or a belt bounce. Wow, we are hitting a lot. Sinks due to structural. Are you kidding me? We took out one of the battleships already? It was like 3 or 4 salvos. Holy smokes. Oh, we blew off the Bravo turret. It was an ammo explosion. Very weak armor on it then. Yeah, we're having no trouble penetrating. Pretty pleased with that, so if we take out this battleship, we'll do the battle cruiser last. Long range combat, uber alls. Yeah, we're going straight through deck, belt, doesn't matter. Let's take a look. Of the shells that we've had 4 overpens, 5 partial pens. But yeah, we've had more penetrations than anything else. So either that rear battleship was poorly armored, they are penetrating us as well though. They have penetrated the deck armor. That's a little bit dangerous. And they are using 18-inch guns. What range are we sitting at now? 25 kilometers. I don't mind keeping it at range. Like, we are penetrating a lot. And with the TNT, we have a nice bonus to the damage. Flooding. Take a look at the side, see all these penetrations. Back into rear, kind of on the side of the turret. And then it probably went into the engine room. Well, probably not. Didn't get that low. A few deck all over the front of the deck. Or foredeck. Another deck hit. Still can't believe we took that one out so quickly. Another good hit. How close are we to identifying? Yeah, it's a long ways off. It's going to be a little bit harder to penetrate like this, because we'll get a lot more bounces. Looks like she's going into a straight run. Still penetrating though. As long as we're making some penetrations, even if we have more bounces, I'll keep it where it is. But if we start bouncing way too much and we're not penetrating anymore, I want to switch us over to HE. And see if that'll finish it off. Yeah, like that. We'll see how this next salvo does. Third salvo will already be in the air though. Okay. Flooding in the fantail. Or after steering. Two more penetrations. Mid-deck. I was up in here. Two more on the fantail. That's some crowded turrets. Up in 4, so we're getting fore and aft hits. What is the tactical situation where we are? I'll bring us left just a bit. Free and clear, nothing near us. We have identified the ship now. No, we can see its health bar. Okay, we can see the health bar of anything. Rats. Got excited because I saw the health bar. I might still switch us to HE. Especially at this range, it might still penetrate. And we're looking to finish her off. Yeah, we've destroyed the deck all the way across. This set around should be HE. What are we looking at? 14-inch belt. 7.6-inch deck. Properly named Montana. Although that would have been 4 16-inch triple turrets. Not 18-inch. I think this is the battle cruiser. How fast is she going? 20 knots? Can you easily catch that? That might be a cruiser, actually. There's a mid-deck penetration on us. Up forward under the Bravo turret. Not too bad. We're sitting at 30 kilometers now. I might have to go into a chase configuration. Alright. See if we can keep at least 3 turrets involved. Did take one nasty hit on the deck. That's probably what did this damage. We have that forward one that did this. Yeah, we are still getting penetrations. I don't see any enemies really concerning. Bring the rudder midships. All turrets are still firing. I think we're down to 3 now. What's our max range? 40 kilometers. We're sitting at 30 kilometers and we have a 27% chance. And we're having no trouble penetrating, even with HE. We are closing in with the enemy fleet, so I'll keep an eye on that. Penetration. It's getting a little deeper into the hull now. because the HE explodes after penetrating. Or just blows apart the deck. Really, HE is a contact explosive. Maybe this is supposed to represent semi-armor piercing. So it has a lot more HE filler, but I don't know. I'm speculating. And if those had been AP, they might have penetrated. You know what? Because we can get a critical hit with AP, we'll switch back. We'll see how it does for a few minutes. And we seem to be holding steady at 30 kilometers. Oh, closing slightly. Okay. And our fourth turret will be able to fire eventually. Oh! Snap. Oh, we didn't even need the battle cruiser for that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, long range overalls. So, that was fun for me. Hopefully it was fun for you. Appreciate you staying till the end. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And I will see y'all later. Take care.